Hello there. Um, right, how do we go about this? I've just watched the Cloverfield Paradox. Now, I wasn't actually thinking that it was all that great. It seemed to me to be just another, a thriller set in space. It's part of the Cloverfield trilogy, apparently. The next film to come out is called Overload or Overlord or something. It's coming out in October 2018, but the Cloverfield Paradox is a straight to Netflix streaming service film. It's tied in with the events of the original Cloverfield film, which was a found footage film, and 10 Cloverfield Lane, which I haven't seen. So obviously at this point I've seen the first film and I've seen essentially this is the third film. Apparently there's also a manga and there's going to be another film coming out in October 2018. So it's like a universe, a created universe. So there was Cloverfield, 10 Cloverfield Lane, now this Cloverfield Paradox, and then Overload or Overlord, whatever it's going to be called. Now, for the most part, right, can we just say, before I go any further, and I'll try to have a title card that says this as well, massive, massive, massive spoiler alert as to how this ties in with Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane and the film that's going to come out and this manga. Monsters. I've just literally finished watching it, and monsters. You until a certain point in the original Cloverfield film, you don't actually get to see that much of the monster. Really, and I don't really want to spoil it because it was announced at the Super Bowl in a trailer that this was going to go, this Cloverfield Paradox was going to go live after the Super Bowl on Netflix. I've just watched it at I've just finished watching it at 5:15 in the morning. The birds are tweeting outside, it's going to get light soon, and just I was thinking, oh, this is another one of your generic, there's a character that turns bad and kills everybody, and there's some bizarre twist, that happens to the astronauts on this space station that they're on, and, ooh, a situation is developed from them using this technology that they've got. But that was just the perfect ending that I've just seen, that I don't want to tell you what happens because it's only just come out and none of you, a lot of you are not going to have time to have seen it yet. If you know what happens in the original Cloverfield, it's found footage. This guy's going to be going and living in another country. He had a girlfriend, but they split up for one reason or another. I think that he saw somebody else had a fling with somebody else or something, or things just wasn't working out. But then that found footage film turned into a monster flick with this thing that apparently you see dropping into the sea. You see that it's arrived on our Earth at the end of the film in some of his footage from when he was taken to this fairground place. So the head of the Statue of Liberty gets chopped off and everything in that film. It's from 2008, so if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's called Cloverfield, so don't watch 10 Cloverfield Lane or the Cloverfield Paradox or this manga that's called Cloverfield / Kishin or something like that. Don't watch any of the other stuff related to Cloverfield until you've seen the first one, because then you can kind of watch them in sequence and they all tie in together. But I was like I said, I was getting a bit bored and not paying full attention. It's like, oh, this guy's had this happen to him, and that girl's had that happen to her, and everything, and they're all just gonna die, and everything. There are a few people in it that you probably know. There's the guy from one of the Captain America films, who played Zemo in one of the Captain America films, and there's another guy who's apparently from Molly's Game in it. There's a bunch of people that I don't know who they are. Not seen them before in anything, but apparently there are in other things. You can Google cast of the Cloverfield Paradox and it'll tell you who's in it and who they play. But this is the first kind of review that I've done. I don't think I'm really revealing that much of a spoiler by saying like monsters or whatever, because it's Cloverfield, and if you've seen Cloverfield from 2008, then you know that there's going to be a build up to there being some kind of monster or something in it. Not gonna say what, because obviously there might have been different things in 10 Cloverfield Lane. I've not seen 10 Cloverfield Lane, as I said, so I don't know if the monster that was in Cloverfield was in 10 Cloverfield Lane, or if that was aliens. I just know that I got to the point of thinking, nothing that interesting is gonna happen, and when I got to the end, I'm not gonna swear, I'm not gonna say what I actually just thought of to say, but it basically was an oh my gosh moment, just as they're arriving back to Earth. It's like, wow, so that is how it actually ties in to Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane, and the film that's going to come after it, and this manga that apparently is connected to it as well. So it is more like a universe rather than being a trilogy. It can't be a trilogy, because if you've already had Cloverfield, 10 Cloverfield Lane, this Cloverfield Paradox, a manga that's supposed to precede all three of these, and then there's going to be another one that's like 5 films, so it's like a whatever the one is that comes after quadrilogy, because quadrilogy is 4. So there's already been like 4 films, and now there's going to be a 5th one. And I just think that you will think that it's just going to be a genetic, boring, oh, these people are going to die and they're in space and they can't get any help for this particular reason because of this situation and stuff. But when just bear it out, bear the film out and pay attention to what's going on, and that, because the payoff at the end I do think will be brilliant. With what you think that everything's okay, and then it's like, oh, I did basically say like, oh, and I wear headphones to watch things on my laptop now, and I don't know how loud I said it because I have the volume high on my headphones, but that was just perfect. But I can't really give too much of a spoiler because it has only just come out, and like I want to say so much more, but I can't. But I mean, it's Cloverfield, and if you liked Cloverfield and you like, I know we've got bored of found footage films now. You've got your Blair Witch Project, and you've got your Paranormal Activity, and you just got to wash with found footage. But I recommend Cloverfield, and I haven't seen 10 Cloverfield Lane, but if it's part of this big universe thing, then you need to watch that. It's not on Netflix for some reason. It should be, because it's kind of leaving a gap between the first one and the third one now by not having it on there, so you could watch all three. But yeah, I give it a thumbs up, and if you like me doing reviews, please give it a thumbs up. Please share this on social media. I didn't think that I was going to be making any videos prior to me putting my Q&A up, but obviously I felt I needed to get this out now. So I'm going to finish talking. Please like, share, comment and subscribe, because it does help the channel to grow. And with the new YouTube changes that we've had, I'll not get into that on a review video, but with the two lots of updates that we've had from YouTube, watch Mundane Matt's channel if you want to know what the second update is. That's a recommendation from me to watch Mundane Matt. And I will see you with my Q&A video.